This conference will now be
Okay.
recorded.
All right. Well, I want to welcome everybody to our virtual go-to meeting for December 3rd, 2020. We're going to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and let's say a moment of silence for all those that are inflicted with our COVID. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay. All right. We have a couple of people on. I'll open it up if anybody has any comments tonight.
Maria Hunter.
All right, Maria, go ahead.
Just a couple announcements. I want to first of all thank the Highway Department for placing the beautification pole decorations up along Route 32. They've done an awesome job once again. Also, thank you to the Woodbury Parks and Building Department for assisting at the res yesterday and today. If you have a chance, the walkway over the dam, there's lights on it on both sides, and it looks awesome. Justin took pictures earlier before, and they're reflecting off the water. We started putting up the Winter Wonderland. It's not going to be fully lit until December 12th, when we're going to have an event up at the res on December 12th between 4 and 6, and we have a tree lighting. And the Parks Department, they planted a live tree, which that will be our live tree lighting on that night. And I just wanted the board to be aware that this Saturday, weather permitting, if not, it'll be on Sunday, there's a tree lighting at Peroni Circle. It's in conjunction with the Beautification Committee, and we are Woodbury. And then on the 19th, the Parks Department is planning an event to follow. Joe Gianzaro will be sending out an email tomorrow to let us know fully of all the details. The police are aware of the decorations up at the res, and they're aware of the Winter Wonderland and the 19th event as well. And that's all I have to report, and I'm going to have to say goodnight because I'm late for work, so everyone have a good evening.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Good night, Maria. Thank you.
Okay, Chris wrote that he has no comments, and there's a CJ there, or CG. Okay, nothing? All right, let's move on to our meeting. Administrative business, I need a motion and a second to accept the minutes of the 11/19/2020 town board meeting.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Tom. Jackie seconded it. Desiree, please.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hernandez.
Frank, before we continue,
Yeah, someone's got to silence their phones or something. Yeah, I don't hear it now, so.
Good. Thank you.
Approve, I need a motion and a second to approve the revised abstract of both 4 and abstract 13. Desiree, please.
Abstract 4 is by avoiding voucher 20380, which is check number 22313, in the amount of $100, which reduces the total of the abstract to be $116,292.83.
Okay, I'll make that motion. Do I got a second?
Second.
Thank you. Desiree, please.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hernandez.
Yes.
Okay, and then we've got
And
abstract 13.
No.
Abstract 13 is by voiding voucher 200923, check number 22786, the amount of $75, which reduces the total of the abstract to be $342,641.88.
Okay, do I got a motion and a second?
I'll make motion, Tyler.
Thank you. Thank you, Tyler. Jackie, you look like you wanted to second that one.
I was-
Okay.
I'll second.
Desiree, please.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hernandez.
Okay. Approval of abstract 22. I have something here that says voucher 2016-12 has been removed. Do you have that? Oh, okay.
I sure do. Yep.
Okay.
Abstract 22 contains vouchers 2015-98 through 2016-64, less voucher 2016-12, and it totals $52,514.12.
I think that's a record for low.
Yeah. Last one was pretty high, so.
Yeah. Okay. I'll make that motion. Do we got a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Desiree, please.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hernandez.
Okay. I think we've got only one budget modification today. Desiree?
Yes, we do. We have one budget modification. It's to the 2020 budget of the Buildings and Grounds Department by increasing A1620.452 vehicle maintenance by $1,260 and decreasing A1620.448 miscellaneous by $1,260.
I'll make
Okay.
the motion.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Okay. Desiree, please.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yep.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hernandez.
Okay. I'm going to move on to new business. I need a motion and a second to appoint Michelle B. Cogan to part-time senior center activity leader, hourly pay rate. I'm hearing voices. Sorry. Okay. At pay rate of $20.65.01, and the starting date will be 12/7/2020.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Tyler.
It says it. Yeah, it says it's
Thank
coming
you.
from. It says it's coming from Tyler's phone, just so you know.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
because I'm hearing these little voices.
Okay, ready?
I don't know where it's
Yeah,
coming from.
whenever
And I'm looking at my phone. I'm saying, who's on
mine
my
says it's coming
phone?
from Tyler. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hernandez.
Okay. I need a motion and a second to appoint Shakeen Michelle. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. To part-time senior citizens activity leader. Once again, the hourly pay is $20.65.01, and the start date is 12/7/20. Pending the civil service approval. Did she get that, Clara?
Yes, at 3:30 p.m. today.
Okay, good. So you can take out the pending civil service approval. So I need a motion and a second. I'll make the motion. I have a second.
I'll
I'll
second.
second.
Thank you, Tom. Desiree, please.
Supervisor
Yes.
Palermo.
Yep.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hernandez.
Before we go further, I'd like to thank Tyler and Jackie, as well as Clara, who interviewed the candidates. You did a great job. All three of you were very enthusiastic about the candidates, and especially these two. I know we originally were looking for one, but the way it works out is that we always had two people there, and so this was a perfect fit, and it worked out well in the budget. So I want to thank all three of you for doing a great job.
If I could make a comment also, it was a tough decision. I want to kind of say, because we've had a lot of residents apply to a lot of the positions, and I gotta stress that this was a very difficult decision. The decisions were really based on the educational requirements and the experience that was required for the position itself. And so I want to kind of make that comment because we definitely, it was a tough decision, but we tried to adhere as best possible to what is required for the position. So I want to just congratulate Michelle and Shakeen. We look forward to working with you. And of course, we want to thank Christine for all the work that she has done. She'll be training them this week, and then she'll be moving on to other journeys. So we just want to thank Christine for the work that she's done in our senior center.
100%. 100%. In fact, I spoke to her yesterday, and it was a good discussion. So, thank you. Okay. C, authorize the supervisor to sign the Orange County documents regarding the transfer of properties. This is that small strip of land over by Ninninger and Dunningbird. They just did the right-hand turn, and there's a small piece of land there that we don't want to own the road. So it is a county road, so we'll be turning that property over to the county. I want to thank Joe for all the work he did on this and finally getting it settled. So I appreciate, so I need that motion, so
I'll make the motion.
thank
So,
you, Tom.
Mr. Supervisor, there is a written document. You can take the motion as per the written resolution, or if you want somebody to read it, we can do that.
Desiree, do you have the resolution? You want to read it?
I do.
Okay.
I
Go
can,
right
or
ahead.
Joe, either way is fine. Yeah. Okay. Whereas on October 23rd, 2006, the Town Planning Board issued a final conditional subdivision site plan and special permit approval for the Woodbury Junction project to construct a total of 451 residential dwelling units within a total of 398 acres, known as the approval. And whereas as a condition to the issuance of any certificate of occupancy for phase 2 of the approval, the intersection of Dunderberg Road and Ninninger Road were required to be signalized, and a right turn lane was required to be constructed at Dunderberg Road, known as the road improvements. And whereas in consideration of the applicant's obligation to complete the road improvements and comply with the conditions of the approval, the town adopted a resolution on May 25th, 2020, authorizing Woodbury Villas LLC to complete the roadway improvements. And whereas the roadway improvements have now been completed, and as a result, the town has agreed to dedicate approximately 0.039 plus or minus acres to the County of Orange and relocate the area of an easement within which a decorative rock wall will be constructed during future phases of the project. Now, therefore, it is hereby resolved that the town supervisor is hereby authorized to execute a deed of dedication and wall easement relocation in favor of the County of Orange and Woodbury Villas LLC, and to execute such other and refer the recording and related documents to effectuate the transfers, subject to review as to form and content by the attorneys for the town.
Okay. So I will make the
You have
motion.
a motion, but you don't have a second.
Oh,
You already
okay.
have a
Tom
motion,
made the
but you don't have a
motion?
second.
Okay, I'll second that
Yes.
motion then. Okay, Desiree, please.
Supervisor Palermo,
Yes.
Councilman Burke,
Yes.
Councilman Etzel,
Yes.
Councilman Hernandez.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And last but not least, authorize the town board to hire a wildlife specialist. I can get into this wonderful minutia, but I'd rather not tonight. So I'm asking the town board to approve the hiring of this wildlife specialist. So I need a motion and a second.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you.
I'll second.
You got it, Jackie? Okay. Desiree, roll call?
Supervisor Palermo?
Yep.
Councilman Burke?
Yes.
Councilman Etzel?
Yes.
Councilman Hernandez?
Yes.
Okay.
Excellent.
with that, I will go to my, I don't think we got any old business. Do we have any old business? Anybody want to discuss anything that's old business? I don't know of anything that's, pending, so, okay. Town board meeting, comments? Jackie, go ahead.
Yeah, Frank, no, I was gonna say under the old business, with the pool, I don't know if there were any updates with the pool.
I'm gonna give him a call on Monday as soon as I get into work. I know that we have a meeting tomorrow, with, Eileen and Denise with the, S&P. And we need to we'll have an interview with them, to get a bond rating. And then on the 15th, the bond is going out for bids. And on the 30th, it will close. So as of that moment, we will have the monies. We'll get that money and put it in into our account over at Lakeland for now. And we'll go out to bid. That's what I'm going to call John up tomorrow and Al and see what's going on with the bid papers so we can go out to bid.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So you got any other comments?
Yeah, so I wanted to, just like what Desiree was saying today, I wanted to thank Lieutenant Phillips, as well as Desiree, Joey Graziano, and Graziano, oh my God, Darrow, SEC, and sorry, Joey, and Clara for coming out today. We had a really great meeting. We were talking about creating a pandemic plan. Currently, right now, the town has a disaster plan that was created by Mike Hansen in 2006, and I believe it was adopted in 2007 under the leadership of Supervisor Burke. And we are working on right now the pandemic plan, and this pandemic plan is really to respond to situations just like what we're going through with COVID-19, in hopes of putting a plan in place that our employees will be able to follow in the event of a pandemic that may be a little different from COVID-19, but just procedures, to put procedures in place. So I want to thank the committee that's been working on this. It was a lot of great input, a lot of insight that has all of us very busy working towards that, and we'll be working with the department heads to get their input so that it's a very comprehensive plan that we'll put together. And then we're hoping to then update the current disaster plan that we have for the town once we've adopted the pandemic and got that together. I did reach out to Mayor Egan in reference to collaborating with the village once we get our ducks in order, and he was very happy to work with us on this to make sure that we have a full comprehensive plan for the village and the town. So that was very nice. And then I wanted to thank Bobby Blair for inviting myself and Tom and Joey to the pool. One of our very, very beloved trees is sick. It's the tree that everyone loves to sit next to by the pool. And it's like everything when you have these icons in our community, especially almost a 300-year-old tree, I think people take to it very intimately. So we are doing what we can to keep up the health, but it is the tree is declining in health. And so our biggest concern, of course, is safety, because if something happened to the tree, it can create a disaster and it can, kill somebody. So these are all areas that we have an arborist that has been monitoring our tree and, giving us insights. So of course, the buildings and grounds is caring for the trees and making sure that they're doing what they can. But it was very nice of them to invite us out to go look at the tree and make sure the tree's healthy. So other than that, I don't have any updates. I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and comments for me.
Okay, thank you. Councilman Tyler.
Good evening. Yes, I'd just like to congratulate Michelle and Shakeen. They were great candidates. Everybody was really good, but they were really superb, and looking forward to working with them. And I'd like to thank all the other candidates that came out and interviewed. Everybody was worthy of the job, and it was very nice. So thank you.
Okay. Councilman Burke.
Okay, I'll be quick. I just want to mention, along with what Jackie just talked about with the at the pool with the tree, everything that she said. I thought it was very interesting. I was glad I was there with Jackie, listening to what the gentleman had to say, and also thank Bobby and Joe for having us there. But I wanted to mention one other thing regarding that is when I left the meeting, like we all did, there was this smell of gas in the air, and I just want to mention that being the first time on the board, that the way I was impressed with how everyone just reached out. First with Bob Hunter, and then with Jackie reaching out to Desiree and everything that they do, and also the first responders. Because where I live, I was in pretty close to that area, and the job that first responders and everybody did, I just want to say thank you, because it was really a serious situation, and the way it was handled was first class. So I want to thank them for that, for everyone for that. Other than that, tonight I just want to wish everyone a happy. I'm glad they had a great. Wish everyone had a great, happy Thanksgiving, and you know what? Just everyone, please be careful, because we gotta, all of us gotta be thinking about what's best for our health. We're in a situation now that we got to be aware of, and I know we all are, because our town did a great job this past year, but we're getting ready. We could be possibly getting hit with a second wave, and let's just keep ourselves abreast of the situation. All right. So thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Desiree?
I don't have anything to tell you about anybody passing away, so that's good. Seems like the past couple meetings, that's all I was announcing. Were you going to announce the letter we got in the email today, Frank?
The one
you want me
about
to say?
which
The
one?
grant?
Yes.
The grant that we got awarded. Okay, so I'll let you take care of that.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Okay. Thank you. Clara, did you want to say anything? You're like part of the family now. You're here every week.
Well, I will share that I was honored to be invited to be a part of the crew to interview for a position within the town. I feel that I'm going on 2 years, and it is part of a family to me, and I feel like I've grown and I continue to grow, and in any way that I can help the board and all department heads, I will always be here to support you. And I wish Shakeen and Michelle all the success and Godspeed as we enter phase 2.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. As Desiree was mentioning, I've got some great news. We did get the grant that the county gives out every year to do the automated doors at the library and the senior center. It'll be the entrance door to the building, the entrance door into the library, into the senior center, and the exit door for the senior center. And it'll be completely automated and handicap accessible. And I want to thank, I think that was you, Tom, that went to that. Wasn't that you?
Yeah, it was myself and Joe Gianzaro, and glad to hear. This is the first I'm hearing of it, so that made my night. That was great, because
Yeah.
definitely that's going to be a great addition to what they have going on there. They needed it, without a doubt.
It is, and I want to thank Al Fusco, who did a great job getting us that grant. He did all that work for us and attended the meetings and wrote the grant for us. So I appreciate it. I think its value is somewhere around $125,000. So
It is 125, yes.
Yeah. So I'm thrilled. I'm completely thrilled that. And the best part is we don't got to pay any part of it. The last time we got a grant for that building, we got to pay half the roof. So this is great news. I'm very, very pleased. And I'm really hoping, I've been in touch with Skoufis's office, Senator Skoufis, to see where our grant is going for the courthouse. I'm still waiting to hear on that because of the COVID. They held off on anything, and they really don't want to spend money, and then find out later down the way that they decide not to do any grants. So once we get that, though, that building is going to be another tremendous asset to this community. Just a message to the councilman. I spoke to you already, Jackie. We received an email from Joe about the SRO officer, the full-time SRO officer. Please review it, and if you have any comments, please get back to Joe by tomorrow, because we're going to send our edition of the contract over on Monday. There were a few changes that I spoke to him about, but I want you guys to look at it also and get that over to him. I'm looking forward to the tree lighting. I hope that we'll still be able to have it. As I was talking earlier, word out is that the governor's going to speak tomorrow, and we may get some kind of closures in the state, throughout the state, not so much just the Hudson Valley. The numbers are spiking. I don't know. People still do what they want to do. They don't wear their mask, and they get together in large gatherings. So as long as that keeps happening, we're going to have our problems. But other than that, I hope we all stay healthy. I wish everybody Godspeed if you do get infected, and please, use your noodles out there. Okay, just think twice, not only of yourself, but think of the person that you're walking by and walking there. Other than that, I don't have any other news other than to say, see you in a couple of weeks. So,
Joe, you asked Joe if he needed any comments?
Joe,
No.
did you want any comments?
He did not, Jack. Thank you very much. He skipped over me completely.
Well, I can't see you, so
Why not?
I don't know. I got 6 other people on the screen, and you're not one of them.
Well, yes, just to follow up, I did speak with the supervisor about the full-time school resource officer, IMA. He's given me some comments. We do need to renew it by the end of December. So I would appreciate any comments that anybody has, by tomorrow, or at least over the weekend. I would like to get the draft out to the school district attorney by Monday, so that they have sufficient time and the school board can take action. And we anticipate once the school board takes action, then the town board can approve it, hopefully at its next. I did circulate an email this afternoon about pending litigation concerning the Napera Rutherford properties in Harriman and within the town. Our best efforts don't seem to be leading us to a good conclusion here. Actually, after I sent that email this afternoon, where I indicated we're in a position now where, unfortunately, I think we're going to have to go forward with a trial. We did receive a trial order from the judge. I'm still holding out hope that we might settle it, in the next few days, but unfortunately, the delay by the petitioner is costing us more money. So I wanted to mention that. I did, Mr. Supervisor, I exchanged these emails with Councilman Etzel, and just a note with respect to the board's approval, in which they authorized to sign the documents, the deed with respect to Woodbury Villas. Just like to point out that Woodbury Villas has their full escrow, and they've from their escrow. There's been some recent work, a number of hours in the last 2 weeks or so. So they may have to escrow. And I told Councilman Etzel that I would speak to you about that.
So basically, they still have not sent any money then. Is that correct?
No, that was VMG.
Okay, so who are we talking about then?
Woodbury Villas. They have been pretty responsive. My recollection is that they had posted their full escrow. They may have to submit some additional escrow, but obviously this is work that was done in the last few days. We won't have those bills until next month. But they have at least demonstrated that they have paid in accordance previously with what we requested.
Okay,
And there will be future work and future approvals. So personally, I'm not concerned. They've been responsive.
okay, so you don't mind me then signing it and not, holding off until they send out some more money?
Under the circumstances, it wouldn't be fair because we can't even bill them at least for some short period of time. And they do need to renew their bond with the county. So in this particular case, since they've shown good faith, I expect that won't be a problem. And
Okay.
we need to finalize the project and close out the permits, and it's got to be done by the end of the year because the county legislature also has to take action here. So we can't hold up the county for that.
So basically, you're telling me that you don't mind Bill Brodsky not calling you anymore,
I'm not mentioning any.
huh? That's an inside joke with me and him. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Right.
So anyway, other than that, I have no more comments, and I'll make a motion to close.
I'll second the motion.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, folks.
Good night.
Hopefully I'll see you all soon.
See you
Joe.
soon.
Take care.